I think it's a double-sided coin. I think you get the opportunity to meet a bunch of new people. You learn how to interact with people from different disciplines as well. I think different ways of thinking. As a BASc student, sometimes, you're going to do a class. You're in a class where everyone else does, let's say, maths, pure maths. And you arrive there and you're like, hi, I'm doing this. And it can be sometimes a steeper hill to climb, but I think that gives you so much satisfaction. It's so impressive to see how you can build on top of knowledge from even the humanities. You can bring it into sciences and engineering, and you can cross these things so much that sometimes you'll realize you're not at a disadvantage. And I think BASc also helps you learn quickly, and it helps you hit the ground running.
You mentioned about as well it being like a steeper hill, and I think that especially is true for science and engineering, because in a lot of the in my philosophy modules, there's never any kind of prerequisites. They don't say you need to have done all of these specific things, you don't need to know these things. Whereas in maths and computer science, it can be scary because everyone else is doing just that subject. Everyone else has deep knowledge in some areas you might not have ever covered, but it doesn't ever stop you. You can still do what you want. You just have to keep pushing and trying harder. But it just makes it so much more satisfying when you actually get there and you do as well as these people who are just doing that subject, whereas you've come in from hundreds of different subjects and you're doing just as well and still
it's different building blocks. You're essentially using different building blocks, but you're getting into the same place. And I think that's what's so crazy, insane, bizarre, but nice.
Yeah, and I think for this one, what you just mentioned, it's really important things you have to design your path earlier. I think that's really important for the fresher who just came to BASc, because for me, I didn't trying to design my path in 3 years. So when I turned to year 2, I found out some course that's I'm interested in, but I'm unable to take them because I haven't took the pre-course which required. So I think it's really confusing sometimes because you have to try to explore your interests, but also you have to consider the next few years, whether you can reach the termination at year 3. You have to consider the whole process of it. Just try not to miss any course that you're interested in.
What I did when I got in, and it would be my advice to someone coming in, is for first year, I looked at third-year modules that I could potentially be interested in. Even the things that I said, there's a minuscule probability that I'll be interested in this. I looked at the prerequisites, and I tried to find a way where the modules I was doing filled the most prerequisites for what I wanted to do. So it opened more doors, which can be confusing. I know it's daunting going into a new degree, coming out of school, and it's a whole different world. The things you knew in school are maybe not the same here. Maybe you're moving countries, but everything ends up being okay in the end. And BASc is very welcoming because everyone is different. And I think at the end of the day, you'll be okay.
Yeah, and I think actually not only the BASc department, but also UCL, they provide all kinds of supports that if you need. So if you're in the first year that you're so confusing about the department or the course or something, not only you can reach out from your personal tutor, but also some senior students, probably the person tutor can help you to contact them, and you can ask some really useful advice, because that's the experience of how to choose your module or something else that will be really helpful, I think.